Salam everyone. So what I'm going to be doing now is basically taking you on a little tour, video tour of our book Roots, which is a level 1 Qur'anic copy, work and activity book. So as you can see, it includes 37 copywork passages from the Quran, and we've also included the English and Arabic text for those of you that are incorporating Arabic as a second language or teaching your child tajweed and Quran and want them to focus on developing their Arabic penmanship as well. So I'm just going to open up to the table of contents here, and as you can see, we have provided a 37-week curriculum. So basically you can use this over the course of your 37 weeks, doing one lesson per week. So if we go, here's a suggested schedule as well. You don't have to follow this schedule, but you can pick and choose what you decide to do. So for Mondays, we put read and discuss the verse, go over the discussion points. Tuesdays, read and copy the verse and begin an activity. Wednesday, go over the vocabulary words and complete the verse activity. Thursday, read from one of the suggested readings and copy the verse again. And Friday, maybe have the child recite it from memory. So the goal is not only to copy, but also to have it ingrained in their hearts and in their minds and have them memorize it in a gentle way, in a way that helps them learn and understand it, the Quran, instead of just memorizing and not really understanding what they're memorizing, which is the case a lot. I've noticed even with myself and with my own children that they're learning Quran and they're memorizing Quran, but they don't really understand the meaning of the verse or of the surah that they are memorizing. So for example, you have verse 1, and week 1, and we started with the verse, "This is the book, in it is guidance sure without doubt to those who fear Allah." What we did with our verses is we wanted to start from the beginning and build up in difficulty. So the verses through the beginning of the book are very short and sweet, but still very meaningful. And as you go along, they get a little bit harder. Now, directly related to each ayah are discussion points, which is in the back in the parent activity and discussion guide. So if you notice here, for week 1, for Surah 2, verse 2, we have suggested vocabulary, guidance, and doubt, which you'd want to go over with your child. And then we have discussion points. So you can read the verse together, the child can copy the verse, and then you can have a discussion about that verse. So for example, discuss the meaning of taqwa as being God-fearing or conscious of Allah in all that we do. Ask. We also included asking points for you to ask your child. What does it mean to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and be conscious of Him? And then there's more asking and discussion points, and then a review. Okay, so this really helps the child to gain a deep understanding of the verse that they are copying. So they're not just copying the verse, they're learning about it, they're discussing it, they're understanding it, and they're copying it. And then what we also did is we included some suggested readings that go along with each verse in the book. So here's one book, The Meaning of the Holy Quran for School Children, and Who is Allah by Salma Zainab. So these are books that you can purchase and you can include in your Islamic family library, which is such a wonderful thing to build our library of Islamic books for our kids, because they are hard to come by, and they are hard to find. It's hard to find specific Islamic books that correlate to a specific subject or activity, so we've tried to do that for you. Then we included the suggested activities. So how can we further develop the child's understanding of the verse? Well, what better way than to do a hands-on project or activity? So one of the projects or activities that we've included for this verse are to make a taqwa mini book, have your child write or draw small pictures to represent different deeds that could go into these categories, string your own taqwa bracelet. Okay, So there's a bunch of different activity options that you could do with your child, and you can have your child decide and have fun doing. So this is just like a very fun, hands-on approach to learning the Deen, learning the Quran, and instilling these verses into the child's heart. If you have any questions, please drop us a comment in the box, and we will do our best to get back to you. Assalamu alaikum.